matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Steal! Check, steal!
Ridder looking to put it up right away. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. The Falcons at 2-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Into the hands of London. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Hey, check, mega! Ready?
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Ridder now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Strike! Check, strike!
Working from the gun, Ridder. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready, set. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ultra.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner, and the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Patterson again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ready, play. Ultra. Go ultra.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Right back to Pitts again. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Ritter off the play fake. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Strike. Ready.
Ritter going to keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That 2nd down play nets a -4. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Like blue.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception in the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down it goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. In motion, the tight end. Second and 5 now. Ritter. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Ready?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Hey, no steal. Ready.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. And caught by London. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To the air again, it's Ritter. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Green jack. Ready.
Ritter back to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Shot. 17. Claws red.
On 1st down, Ritter. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay a 4-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? His throw incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On second down, Kamara. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position he wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Ready?
Going play action. Ridder rolling to his right. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Give to Patterson, running to the right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Wait.
Ridder throwing on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake, it's Ridder. That's caught left side to the tight end Pitts. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Ready,
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw it here. Ridder. He finds his man. Complete. That's Patterson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen. And it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ridder now. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Paulson Adebo up to make the stop.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
52 blaster.
On play action, here's Ridder. He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Hey.
And he'll send the tight end in motion here. Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 27, Ridder. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So on 4th down, Ridder heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will tie things at 17 all. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 79 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run it again with Kamara. Shifts past him at the 45. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Down.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Ridder with it after the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Bourne from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
On the ready.
Ridder and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Red, cycle. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And take it right on the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And even 150 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
Here we go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw. In the hands of Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And give him a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal.
But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here we go. Set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Set. Ready. Throw. 52. Hey, hold here.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Plastic. 6.
Now Ritter.
Able to find Patterson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Blue striker. Steel black. You yellow.
Ritter looks to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Patterson running between the tackles. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Second and 6, just inside the 30. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
166 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Okay, ready?
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Again, it's Kamara. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Kamara trying the right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Here we go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there in overtime. 45 yards.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They'll run it with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Ritter. St. Brown on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Ritter. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Hitting London coming across the field. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready. 6, mega. Green jack.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ritter. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Got his man. It's London. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
On the double.
Looking to throw on second down. Ritter. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if they tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? Not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for the Saints, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.